we'll just tell you how things are going, but you can keep looking at our pretty faces here. So
I'm in.
we're going to change it up for tonight's cast. We're going to try that. Oh, no. Panman ruins it. Panman.
Pansmith? Oh, no.
Why don't you come live for that stuff? That's good stuff right there.
He says funny things.
And he doesn't actually go live to you guys.
And it's
just
terrible.
It's like a tease.
It's the worst. But
everyone message Panman in game whenever he's online.
As you can see on your screen, though, I mean, this is lockpick. So going back in time a little bit once again with the tournament starting in the previous week before Captain's Pick was introduced. This tournament is going to be in lockpick. So once again, that's going to be going on into lockpick, into Captain's Pick for Han Tour Season 2. But for this tournament, finishing it out in lockpick.
Yeah, so going to be the lockpick mode again. And so pretty much this is the last week as casters even.
Yes.
We're going to be experiencing lockpick for who knows how long, if not ever. I mean, yeah, right. Doc Kaiser did make it very clear. I mean, if anything, with the switch up to Captain's Pick, it's not mean that lockpick is completely removed and they're just never going to do anything with it again. It's more so a case that, we'll take it off. We understand people wanted some change, which is always good. But we're going to take another look at lockpick and, maybe in the future re-implement it once we're a little more solid with some fixes or changes or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, it's going to be Captain's Pick moving forward outside of this Alienware tournament. So, and again, this tournament, of course, going through Thursday here with some good money on the line. So here we are in this game specifically. We got AL on the Legion side, oo7 on the Hellborn side. Lock phase is just about finished. As far as the blind bans, guess what? Very jungle heavy. Every single jungler, in fact, getting banned really as far as the priority junglers at least. So not having to worry about those. Towards the first lock. You look at that. Monkey King, Engineer, Fade, Aluna. Obviously, Monkey King is going to be a popular hero with these two teams especially. So,
yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, talking about those priority junglers being banned out, of course, very high-value targets for pretty much any team. But these are two teams that you don't see picking those junglers as often. I mean, you got Meisty over there on Absolute Legends that plays a really, really strong jungler. I mean, both these teams do have very capable jungle players, but their preferred playstyle is more of that aggression that you see. A hero like Monkey King just really, really getting aggressive, going the heavy stun lineups rather than trying to go for the pushing style lineups that involve a jungler, anything like that. So makes sense that they're going to be looking to remove those. And as you mentioned, I mean, that lock pool, very, very strong. And it kind of reeks of Absolute Legends, with especially Cookies, with that Monkey King and the Fade in there. And then they're going to finish it out with Rally. So despite the nerfs that he did receive last Friday, still very much so a top-tier pick for these teams.
Oh, yeah, as we've seen through the weekend and even earlier today in the Lions versus oo7 winter bracket finals for the European division. As, of course, if you missed that cast earlier, Lion Esports Club defeating Justice League 2-0, so spoiler alert there. I should probably say that before. But anywho, that is what happened. Those VODs will be up hopefully by tomorrow, and you guys can check it out for yourselves if you did miss it. Anyways, back to this game here. The banning phase, with that Monkey King ideal, perhaps something like a Prisoner 945, bringing this guy back up once
again. You really want that to happen.
I want to see it happen. I keep hearing about this idea that with them being introduced to tournament rules, he's a great anti-Monkey King hero, a great anti-rally hero for that matter. Yeah, so we'll see.
He definitely does have the potential with that immobilized type ability, or at least mobility restricting ability with that ball and chain, making sure that they're not going to be able to use those mobility spells. But, I mean, at least for me, it seems like the hero's just lacking a little bit of something. You don't necessarily need a ton of damage on him like that. The one-man Riot gives him a ton of damage, just making him hit really hard, but he's not exactly a carry, so the scaling ability there does kind of tend to taper off, and it's just how do you build him? And I think people really aren't comfortable with the hero just yet. Not super popular in TMMs, and then here in the competitive scene with him just being unlocked about 4 days ago, it's going to take some time, but certainly potential in the future. Right now, though, taking a look at the heroes that we definitely won't be seeing in this game, Scout, Pebbles, Plague Rider, Master of Arms, Magnus, and Lodestone, all going to be banned out.
Yes, sir, and Bubble's going to be the first pick on top of that here for Absolute Legends, so starting strong, of course. You mentioned Meisty and the good jungler that he is. Meisty actually recently announcing in the forums that he is going to be leaving competitive Heroes of New Earth here in the near future. I thought it was actually he's already left, but I guess he made the point that he's going to finish here in the Alienware tournament.
Finish with a win.
And finish with a win is the goal, of course. as far as winning the grand finals there, and who knows what the future holds beyond that. But he did make the forum post, so definitely sad to see him go. Of course, any player in general, especially the top-tier player that you do recognize, so wish him the best of luck in his future, whatever that may be. Back over to back over to double. Oh, good coincidence right there. It's almost as if he's hearing us.
I hope not.
Back over to oo7, though.
Yeah, they're going to be taking a look at their first pick, already blowing through all of their reserve time pretty much. I mean, down to just about 15 seconds here, really, really carefully considering their picks. And it will be Pyro into Devo. All right, so we saw Devourer being played by Diglett, I believe, this weekend in the Haunt Tour qualifiers.
He did, yeah.
And, well, definitely had a successful series there with that Devourer. And he's looking to make a repeat performance here. And, of course, that Pyromancer. I mean, just such a strong hero. People are really loving the versatility of picking him really early on in these picking phases so that he can fit into a primary support, secondary support, or even a farming solo type role. So just getting that versatility early on really does strengthen your drafting phase.
Yeah. Yeah, love seeing the Devourer pick up over here for oo7, so we'll see if it ends up in the hands of Diglett. Once again, as you mentioned, we saw him over the weekend even. I believe that was a round of 64 matchup that we had from the qualifiers, and of course he ended up winning that series, but against some decent opponents there. Back over to Absolute Legends, though. Solstice has been right-clicked by King Plato for quite a bit. I don't know if that's actually him hinting at something. You know, AL is a team, though. They're not afraid to try something out of the box, so would not be surprised, honestly, to even see perhaps a Solstice pickup here, but
yes!
Okay, here's a fun thing about Brad. Again, I found out the other day that top 5 win percentages in the game for Heroes and TMM, and then why not a Myrmidon on top of that, but Bramble was actually 3rd place as far as win percentage for Heroes. That just shocks me. I mean, I don't play TMM much myself, but even watching stream, I never see Bramble like myself. So again, it's a small sample size, I guess. But to hear that he had the 3rd highest, Amon-Ra was a top even, so that itself is even kind of surprising. But
yeah, maybe some interesting statistics right there. But here's one for you. Meisty loves playing Bramble. I was actually TMMing with the guys from AL about maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and well, Meisty certainly loves playing that Bramble. Plays a very, very strong solo short lane Bramble a lot of the times. So we'll see how he chooses to really incorporate it into this lineup. And then, of course, Myrmidon coming in. We talked about maybe seeing him in a tri-lane earlier today along with that Behemoth. But this time it's just going to be that Myrmidon. And, well, definitely a strong hero. A couple of strong stuns. Can be somewhat hard to land and easy to dodge, so it's going to come down to really the lead ability of this AL team. And Monkey King, well, that's certainly going to be an interesting one, too.
Yeah, Monkey King going to be the first pick out of that locked pick right there, so congratulations for AL. They win the Monkey King prize, as far as that is concerned here in this matchup, especially again. I'm excited to see Bramble. Now, yeah, the thing with Myrmidon is your point. I mean, Myrmidon is kind of a funky hero when you don't have that point stun to necessarily go along with him, and so far they don't. You look at who's left.
I kind of feel like a fade would be really good here. Having that 2.5 second stun is a great way to lead into that Myrmidon, but it's going to be hard to fit a fade into this lineup right here. They could do it. They could, but yeah, Aluna going to fit in better. Going to be giving them a double support lineup. Make sure that both Bramble and Monkey King are taken care of, or even opening up the possibility of running that aggressive tri-lane, maybe something like Bramble, Aluna, Myrmidon.
Yeah. So we'll see what we end up seeing here. I am excited to see Myrmidon, though. I've always found it to be a fun support in general. I mean, you know, watching the Magic cart fly around as far as the weed-filled attempts, and his ulti form is also pretty damn powerful, too. I mean, it even gives him I don't want to overrate as a carry presence necessarily, our carry presence by any means, but it makes it so, you know, even if he's being focused fire, or if they want to try to pick him off, I mean, he goes ulti for him, he bulks up himself a little bit, and can become difficult to kill, so. And also the waveform on top of that for an escape, so.
All right. And on the other side, I mean, we didn't even really touch on this, but another possible surprise pick here, Revenant, going to be coming out.
Yeah.
And not only is it going to be coming out, it's being played by Rookie. Normally a carry player, a farmer player here for oo7. Okay. So looking at their lineup as well, I kind of see a possibility for, actually putting him in a carry position.
Item build already. I mean, he definitely is going to be going for more of a carry style here, and I'm excited to see that. I really, because I love Revenant, especially in that role. I mean, his damage output can be pretty ridiculous. We've only had a couple chances throughout Holland's competitive history, at least here on Hollandcast, to see it in that more of a carry style of play. And so I'm also not only curious to see how he builds, but with the skill build. But I would think that Grimoire power could be very powerful with him. On top of the the early on light brand into the Grimoire, as it usually is with intellect carries. So. Yeah, we're definitely, hell, it might only be one game, but what a game it's going to be here. I mean, we definitely got some fun heroes on both sides. Seeing the Bramble over here again, being played by Meisty Bro, as you were talking about. Apparently has some history playing it in the TMM scene. I'm excited for that as well. As far as the lanes are concerned, I don't even want to attempt to guess, honestly.
Yeah,
it
certainly could be a little bit difficult. I'm going to take a really random guess here, and I really do think it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane for AL. Going to be sending the Myrmidon, Bramble, Luna top, and then have the Monkey King and Bubbles take the solos. Probably going to be Bubbles in the short lane. And then they might have Bubbles there trying to go up against a possible aggressive tri-lane out of oo 7, which I think could be Pyromancer, Engineer, and Devourer, then leaving Revenant to solo short and Rally to hold down mid. He's even been stacked a little bit of regen on Rally, leading me to believe he definitely is going to be in a solo position. Engineer, Pyromancer, and Devo not going to have too good of a time against Bubbles if he does, in fact, head into that bottom lane, but he's actually heading top right now. The entire team is. Yeah. They're going to go ahead and try to get a good position in the enemy jungle, maybe drop a few wards.
Yeah, both sides are going to be doing that at the same time, so probably not going to see any interaction here to kick things off for this game. But
the big dodge.
Yeah, the big dodge from one another, unfortunately. But yeah, understandable. Obviously, you both want to get those warded sights down in the opposition. Again, as far as the breaking out into the lanes, we'll have to wait and see if you perhaps are correct, Beef, with some of the guesses that you put out there. So
we'll see. I mean, it could get swapped around, and we could see try versus try. With these try lanes, could be an extremely, extremely entertaining match. And they even talked about doing it for the viewers here earlier when they were talking about wanting to do that best of 3. And well, it certainly would be fun. And, I mean, they've already provided a certain level of entertainment just by picking heroes like this Bramble and Myrmidon. And now it's really going to be up to them to see if they're going to be able to execute and show the power of some of these underutilized heroes.
Yes, sir. And Cookies on Monkey King on top of that. Always a pleasure.
Fan favorite.
To see that hero-player combination, of course. So we had oo7, as I said from the very beginning, very excited to see the Revenant being played here by Rookie and seeing what he can bring to the table. And it looks like they are going to be. Are they going to be setting up a try? I mean, Pyromancer might be sitting mid.
Looks like it's going to be a 1-2-2 strategy with Pyro kind of hanging out with Devo, but no, now Pyro is going to rotate down there. It's going to depend on. Yeah, it's going to depend on really how many heroes show in the middle lane for the Legion. They're going to be happy putting the Monkey King versus Devo in the middle lane. If Aluna does rotate into the bottom for a try-v-try situation, then Pyro will be there as well. And, well, Pyro is going to show himself. Aluna going to start to rotate. Will walk right by a Ward of Sight. So this is kind of interesting. A game of cat and mouse. Who's going to really react first? And, well, there's actually going to be a counter ward dropped. So nice job by what you got.
Yeah, he's going to easily be able to take that out. Not really much Aluna could do there to stop that. So good start, really, for oo7. I mean, something mine, no kill by any means or anything like that, but taking out the Ward of Sight, always go. Myrmidon played very aggressive right there. Odd choice, but taking a lot of damage. But actually, Pyromancer getting trapped in the forest now. The Weed Field does connect. The auto attacks coming up from Bramble and Myrmidon. In comes the Kegstone. It does connect on a Myrmidon, and he will fall. Bloodlust kill in favor of the Hellbourne team, and they are going to go for another one. Bramble, he's definitely tanky. He's going to use that Q right there in the Spore Breath. He will pick up the kill on Pyromancer, but at what cost? Hero blocking not going to be able to be pulled off.
The keg.
There's the keg. There's the keg. It lands, and Rookie gets credit for the kill, but now he's on the run as Aluna comes in. He is going to be fine when it's all said and done, though. So oo7 coming out on top there. 2-1 hero kill advantage.
Yeah, and I have to say that Myrmidon and Bramble actually did stack their stuns on Pyromancer when he was trapped inside of those trees. If they had staggered them a little bit better, even with the kind of low stun durations at level 1, they should have been able to pick up that kill, which might have saved Pyromancer's life. So a small mistake there, but they were at least able to get one return kill. And, well, things not looking so bad, but they have lost lane control now as well. As you can see, this lane is pushing pretty heavily with 4 soldiers in the front. So we'll see if they're going to be able to get this lane control back via a pull. And, in fact, King Plato, playing the support right now, is going to be doing a little bit of stacking.
Yeah. Now, this ensnaring shrubbery ability picked up by Bramble here. I assume that's definitely going to be good in a case like this, where obviously whoever the focus fire seems to be on, you put that on them immediately, and it'll at least heal them up slightly, as well as slow the enemies that are chasing after. Now, I guess with them not any of them being melee though, the kite factor isn't going to be as strong with that ability either. So yeah, this is definitely a Tri versus Tri-Lane setup that seems like it is going to favor the Hellborn side. I mean, their aggressive nature, all three of them provide some good. I guess I was going to say all three of them provide stuns. Obviously they don't. Revenant does not. But Engineer and Pyromancer can take care of the stuns, or Revenant can take care of some good damage, as well as also some protection themselves with that Assassin Shroud, of course, that he has with the Invis. So.
Yeah, the Essence Shroud, they're definitely going to come into play trying to save some people, but right now Myrmidon going to go ahead and get the triple stack off. He's going to try to clear up the next creep wave and get lane position back for his team, but the vulnerable part is going to be with a Pyromancer and an Engineer. The Engie level 3, going to have a couple points in that turret. Especially with this kind of a stack, the Vagabonds and the Fire Ogres are going to be able to be cleaned up by the Hellborn team pretty quick if they do venture on over there. And giving that much golden experience to their team can be a little bit scary. So we'll see if the Legion team is going to opt to try to protect this pull. And, well, if the Hellborn team is even going to be making their way over there, they're probably in the next couple seconds, you see them all start to make their way over.
Well, they're killing it very quickly. Weed throws already used, power throws already used. They want to really try to get this going. The middle lane Devour is going to fall right there as Monkey King combo. So here comes the Hellborn team, though. Now, they got a lot of the kills already, actually.
Yeah.
So well played there by AL on both parts, both the middle lane as well as the bottom side. And top lane, wasn't Rally going at it, but in the end, going to be fine. So
yeah, really nice job there, making sure to use the Weed Field and the Power Throw to clear up that triple stack. If they had kind of let it just slowly get killed by the creep wave, waiting for the denies, then they would have certainly donated that to the opposing team. Instead, taking the golden experience, going to sacrifice the lane control, but looks like right now they don't have to worry about 3 players in that bottom line. It looks like Dirty Mob's going to be doing some rotation, some roaming with an Invisrune.
Devour's not level 6 just yet. Maybe he's going to be close, though, so I wonder if Pyromancer, if anything, going to perhaps even wait for that. Doesn't look like it. He's going back towards the bottom lane, realizing nothing's going to happen quick enough. So all that roaming that was involved right there, not necessarily getting the most out of it, but this could set him up in some good flank positioning with that said. He does have, looks like 20-plus seconds remaining on the Invis, so he still has plenty of time to be able to try to set himself up right here. And so once this creep wave gets pushed out, could very likely see an attempt.
Yeah, the target of choice is probably going to be a Luna. You have to assume that Myrmidon does have that escape mechanism in the waveform, but Pyromancer not feeling confident enough to get behind them. Now with 5 seconds, going to open. Dragonfire going to connect onto Bramble. The keg going to miss. There's a Weed Field onto Engineer, though the Spore Breath goes out. Going to stun out Engineer, and the Power Throw to finish him off. So oo7 feeling the pressure at the end of that rune, wanted to try to create something, and they ended up putting themselves in a very, very bad situation.
Top lane in the meantime, Rally trying to survive against Bubbles. Auto attack is not going to finish it off. I thought the Ballista might have been enough right there, but Cakes has barely lived. That bottom lane, though, a couple of mistakes that stood out in my mind. One was the initiation. Obviously, it was a little sloppy right there.
They were just trying to force it.
Yeah, they really tried to force it. And yeah, Bramble's not the target you're looking for in this case especially. And obviously, it just completely fell apart when they were going for that. But then also, Engineer, he got invis from Revenant right there. But I believe he accidentally either auto-attacked or maybe that's when he threw out the turret as well. So it's just miscommunication because he came out of the invis immediately. Pretty much at the same time. So clearly, something wasn't on the same page there.
Yeah.
And that, no doubt, easily got the kill on the Engineer. So
a lack of communication. Well, while all that action's going on in the bottom lane, there's definitely Monkey King doing pretty dang well in the middle lane. Cookies, 38-6 as opposed to a 22-4 Devour. Absolutely dominating there. Already going to be hitting level 7. And, well, Ghost Marchers are acquired. We'll see if he goes and tries to actually initiate on Devo. Just throwing out a couple of dashes, but bottom lane, they're still posturing down here. They want to make something happen.
Yeah, I like the idea. Revenant does actually level up the Mortification here in this case. Nice dodge in the Weed Field, by the way. Again, that's why it's such a difficult stun to land. Bramble going and balls to the wall, using that Spore Breath, changing the Pyromancer. Pyromancer is going to end up falling right there. Look at the damage potential from this Legion side. Bramble is not... Again, not afraid, but also can put out some decent damage this early on. The level 3 Spore Breath there on top of a Luna and Myrmidon. assisting with that damage. Got a very quick kill onto the Pyromancer. This lane is quickly getting out of hand in the Legion's team favor, and look at that, Devourer. He gets comboed by Monkey King, and there's also Dead Revenant. Wow.
Yeah, really, really well done there in that bottom lane. And I actually want to point something out. When they did get that kill on the Pyromancer, the target swap. I mean, you and I both World of Warcraft players, the PvP players. That's something that you do constantly, faking out your opponents. And they started to go into Enchi, forced the defensive cooldown in the Essence Shroud, immediately swapped onto Pyromancer. That was planned. That was communicated. And that's the nice thing about Spore Breath, is it's not a stun right onto that guy. It's a, well, I'm charging this up. You should probably defend that guy. Just kidding. Yeah. My stun is now over on this guy. So really nicely played right there by Absolute
You're right. And now look back at it. You're so right. I mean, Bramble was the warrior there in that case. You know, he did a second charge onto the Pyromancer. And
we're such WoW nerds.
Obviously. Hell yeah. Anyways. Boys. Yeah, that was definitely a good swap there from Absolute Legends. Well played on their part. And, you know, 8 minutes into the game, AL definitely has a lot of good things going all across the board for them. 3,400 gold lead, 3,700 experience lead. It's not looking good, as much as I hate to say that, especially being a one-game series, 007 already finding themselves in quite a hole. And I mean, no doubt with the laning situation, with them picking up Revan here, I mean, they were hoping that he was going to have a good time and be that mid-game carry that he could definitely be. Moving well to the middle lane, though. Pyromancer is going to get comboed down right there. Monkey King jumping around. Bubbles, Myrmidon, and Luna all here. Devour is getting dropped. Will it be enough for the kill? Of course it will. The power, though, does the job. Rally compels away. But Absolute Legends keeping the pace up and not letting 007 get anything going themselves.
Yeah, always known as such an aggressive team. The Absolute Legends squad is just keeping that pressure up, and they're really a great team about knowing when they have an advantage and then exercising on that advantage. So not going to sit back and just try to keep on farming. And they pick heroes that are really going to be able to capitalize on those small advantages. Your Monkey King, your Bramble, even your Bubbles. You get a couple levels on Bubbles and, well, you're just going to be running around. So far hasn't gotten super involved, just sitting at 1-0-1, but we saw his involvement there in the middle lane, dropping the kelp field, helping to set up 2 kills for his team, and not looking too good. Okay.
Pyromancer just evaporated. I mean, there he was there, right? Yeah, that's his.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pressing
dead body
Z.
right there.
Yeah, it says he was killed. That was not an illusion.
Rip in peace, Pyromancer.
Oh no. Oh no, Bricky.
I went there.
I guess you did. Monkey King flippy flopping all the way back into town, having fun there.
Yeah, he's level 10 already, jeez. Level 10, he has 400 gold per minute. Cookies is doing the cookies thing here on Monkey King. He says, Pee-wee who?
Well, 007, I mean, their goal right here is going to be to try to turtle up. Top lane, though, Dust is going to go out, and Monkey King just obliterates Revenant.
Bottom side in the meantime. Aluna gets cut, our hero, and the Weefo comes out right there trying to save him. Bramble's ultimate, the Rally ultimate missing right there for the seismic slam, but will be enough for the kill though in the end. But now Rally's in a lot of trouble. You see that Bramble ward trap right there. Nice, it does eventually get the kill and Devour, and now Rally's on the run. Bramble has the sport with the 1 second, compels into the Ancients. Oh, he is going to be fine. They're close right there, but does survive. So, got a taste of the Bramble wards or the entangling Divine
Pyromancer, no! Well,
why did he stop?
He actually got hit by the Dragonfire from Pyromancer and then got stunned and then got kind of hung up with the first elusive dash there. So a decent attempt from Dirty Mobs, and actually was almost able to get out of there, but level 11 Monkey King, level 4 Pyromancer. I think that's probably something Cookie's going to win pretty much every time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably true. Hell, even I could win that.
Wow. Only if you're Hammerstorm.
Only if I'm Hammerstorm. And 1-0 in my competitive career as Hammerstorm. 0-1 as Glacius. Not as good as that hero. Revenant's being chased down to the bottom lane. He tries to go back in. The Rev Ward is down. So even with the Essence Shroud, needs to be careful. Engineer was porting in bottom or middle end in the meantime. They're collapsing on Monkey King. Rally coming in. Can he get the compel off? No. Cannot get it off. Devour and Pyromancer are also coming in there, but Cookie's just a little bit too quick and able to fall back. See Bramble back at the bottom lane. He's going to be led with the... Oh, Myrmidon diving in right to the weed for the Magic Carpet. Did stun both on Engineer, and he falls. Oh, man. Well played by King Plato right there.
I miss Myrmidon.
Yeah.
He is such a fun hero to watch.
Support, man.
He really is, and look how aggressive Absolute Legends is getting at. I have to say, I mean, that's the one thing that can actually start to put this game back into favor of 007. Actually, I'm sure you were watching that right there. Devo trying to get the hook, and, well, he did. Just right onto that range creep. But over-aggression and overextension, fighting under towers when they shouldn't be, that's the one thing that can get 007 back into this game, is if Absolute Legends just oversteps a little bit. And they certainly have some opportunities with a hero like Rowley that's going to be able to get in there and do a lot of damage. Engineer hitting level 6 now. And then, of course, Devo, always a threat. But right now, he's the prey.
Don't say Devo. Devo's going to be collapsed out right here. Aluna coming in, Monkey King from the side. Actually, I think he might even miss the power throw because of Monkey King, but it doesn't matter. He just falls. Port was canceled right there, and that's a smart decision because whoever that was going to be dead as well. So the tower easily falls on top of that. We are already looking at a 10,000 golden experience lead in favor of Absolute Legends. And 007, I mean, you say, you know, well, what can they do to come back into this? Just take advantage of the oversteps, but it really is getting to a point where the snowball may just be a little bit too much. Rowley trying to compel back in right there. Pyromancers are falling. Engineer's going to fall to the power throw as well, and Rowley will just have to walk away. I don't know.
He's like, 1v3? Yeah. Good odds. Let's do this.
Oh, nice dust right there, too. It actually gets a vision, but not going to be able to chase. He has the Helm of the Black Legion, by the way. Another 1,400 gold saved up on Monkey King. Going the Helm, knowing that he doesn't necessarily need damage at this point. The levels are his damage right now. And he's just going to bulk himself up a little bit more.
Yeah, another TP going to be canceled right there. Trying to come in at the last minute maybe and deny that tower, but simply was not going to happen. And Absolute Legends, they're playing really, really well right now. And making 007 look like they just do not have the correct answers, don't have the tools to deal with this. But it really is just 007, or excuse me, Absolute Legends that's just executing better. Their teamwork, their team play is really, really shining through right now. And it looks like they're going to the middle lane. There's the Seismic Slam going to miss as a result of the keg. Calfield under 4 players. There's the Song of the Sea going to finish off 2 of them. And Rowley and Devo still in a little bit of trouble. Rowley needs one more auto attack. There's Monkey King flipping on in. Heavenly Vault over. And Devo going to get finished off by the power throw. 4 players dead. And Absolute Legends, they won't stop. They can't stop.
That's the sound of me banging my head against my hand. I mean, that was just, yeah. Clearly, I mean, 007, I mean, I think they wouldn't be afraid to admit, they're not having the best of games right now. I mean, so many things have just kind of been, we've always been laughing. Obviously, we're having fun with it, but yeah, they're just not on the same page right now. I mean, Engineer, the keg's done. It was the Seismic Slam. Rowley even got next to Bramble right there, trying to make sure that he was going to hit it, and also the keg's done just completely pushed Bramble away, and the Seismic Slam completely whiffed. So here we are. We just passed the 15-minute mark. So no Casivo coming out just yet, but 007. So maybe going to give it one more go here as far as making a team fight or something happen. Get a pick off, get some momentum going. But Monkey King is out for more blood. He is just going balls to the wall. Takes out Pyromancer right there. And is going to continue to run away as Revenant was nearby, but yeah, in between the towers right there. So GGs are being called.
Yeah, I would too if I was Dirty Mobs. 2-8-1, unfortunately, and just getting kind of crapped all over by that Monkey King. Yeah. Absolute Legends looking so strong even at the end there. Devo going to try to get a kill on the Monkey King. I just don't think it's going to happen.
They're actually just kind of toying with each other right here. I know the game's over, but is he actually going to kill him? Yes, he is. Anywho, yeah, that was quite, to say the least, a one-sided game, if you've ever seen one. Get the coffee cup off the table. Get the cup off the table, you. All right, so that obviously is going to do it for not only that game, but unfortunately the series and yeah, also the cast.
We stuck around to cast this one and tried to talk to the teams and say, you know, everybody else has been doing the best of the series, but the organizers, they made this best of one, and that's all they need from it. And unfortunately, the teams that did have some time constraints, it is pretty late, so they had to go get.
Stop saying that. It's not late for these guys. I mean,
maybe.
Kidding me? Maybe. That's not the reason. I mean, I'm honestly not mad by any means. You know, again, it's their choice. It's best out of one. Okay, we're good. We're good. Woosah. Oh boy. No, obviously, absolute legends. It's definitely good to see them back here. Playing. And obviously, it's been a while since we cast them and activity and whatnot. But good to see them here, and good to see them. Doing what we used to see them do.
Crush
Dominate
people.
and play
Play
fun
Monkey King.
lineups on top of that. So
Yeah, looking really, really good there.
Yeah.
So
So they're in the
see.
grand finals.
Yeah,
They're in the grand
they're
finals
going to be going
now.
on to the grand finals. That one going to be coming up on Thursday, and just by being in that grand finals, going to be getting a pretty healthy share of that $1,500 prize pool. I believe it's going to be $750 for first, $500 for second. So guaranteeing themselves $500 by winning the match today.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, so definitely congratulations to them. As far as 007 is concerned, as always in the winner bracket finals, they lose here. They're going to go to the losers bracket finals now. They'll await their opponent, and I believe that's going to that's eventually going to take place on Wednesday. Yeah. So then the grand finals are, of course, going to be on Thursday. So they could possibly get a rematch. It would not surprise me.
Yeah.
As far as the noticeable teams in the North American tournament, other than these two teams, the only team that's actually noticeable is actually kind of funny. They're going by Ultimate Legends.
Kind of a fun name.
Ultimate Legends. And actually, their lineup is Woodfly, Caillou, Bloody Nine, Creams, and Noodle. So, some friends.
Definitely friends.
Some people that know Absolute Legends, so kind of a take off them, laugh, and we'll have a good time. So yeah, it's kind of that's the other team in the North American event that is recognized. But the other teams, we really don't know much about. Not to say that they can't do well, but again, don't know much about them. So we'll have to wait and see how that progresses. But as far as our coverage continuing, Beef, obviously we're done for tonight now, but we're going to be coming back tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We're going to be coming at you with the European division, and I actually don't have it in front of me right now to see which match necessarily we're going to be covering, but, of course, Lion Esports Club, they're already in the grand finals, as we saw from earlier today, so we're going to now be covering the losers bracket finals, hopefully 2 matches, maybe even a best out of 3, depending on who we cover. Mm-hmm. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, but that's going to be tomorrow, and that's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 2000 Central European Time. Always fun to do the math.
Yeah, and definitely some strong teams in that losers bracket.
Yeah,
we saw in Justice League going to be was knocked
League
in there, and then Team Excellent that's also hanging out down there as well. Some of the other guys like Metamorphosis, they're down there. So some of these mid-range gold teams and whatnot. So definitely looking forward to being back here. But hope that everybody at home did enjoy the coverage for tonight. I know that it was unfortunately a pretty dang short cast, but we're trying.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys enjoyed the cast as short as it was. It definitely was fun, so that was a good thing at least.
Yeah.
But again, we're going to be coming back tomorrow, continuing coverage of the Alienware event. I mean, are there any final words, Beef, from yourself?
Thanks for watching, guys. That's it.
Almost felt like you had something else to say there, but clearly not, so that's fine.
That's it.
All right.
Pan-Man.
Okay, that was all Pan-Man's fault, clearly. All right, so we're going to be wrapping things up here, guys. From myself, Breaking CBK, of course, Beef over here. Hopefully you guys had fun for as short as it was. Thank you for tuning in as always. We love you guys, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Continuing coverage of the Alienware event, both the European division at the time we said, and then later on that night with the North American region. So have a good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.